What do you like about Victoria?
I think really my favorite thing about Victoria is what we're standing next to right here. I do run a bike shop, but I only was able to open the bike shop because of these bike lanes. And I think bike infrastructure is a push that was needed to get people who are not comfortable doing it out there. And I think it's the reason we've been able to be successful. And I know for my family, it's the reason we bike more. Um, I think Victoria is a really unique city. We're probably the most progressive city and the most progressive province in Canada. And I think, in my opinion, we're still moving in the right direction. Every time I travel outside of North America, people are kind of boggled about what's happening with the far conservative side, the rhetoric and the lack of acceptance and this idea that wokeness is a bad thing. And then I talk about Victoria in our little pocket and how much we still want to try to help people who are having trouble. You look 2 blocks down, the amount of public service we have for people who have issues with drugs or experiencing homelessness. You look at our council, we have some of the youngest, most progressive council members, and you look at bike lanes and all these things we're doing. I think we're really unique in that we're insular and our want to help the community and continue to grow forward. I think kind of in line with what I was just saying. Oh, I shouldn't say that because we're not going to do different clips. It's up to us. I think, the reality is the world's really big and it's really easy to get bogged down on, all the problems and all the things that need fixed. But from a community level, you look at a cargo bike, the things we sell are a very small step that families are taking to really put them on a new trajectory for their life, right? A lot of people are, getting pushed into, you have kids, now you need a car or a second car, and now you need a property, and now you need a driveway, and now you need to complain about parking. And I think taking that one small step of getting off the conveyor belt of like what has been expected can really change the trajectory of your whole life. And when you bike through a city and you're on a street level and you're interacting with your community and the people around you, your perspective does change quite a bit, and that changes the city you live in. I'm going to stick local on this. For me, I would actually wave a magic wand and I would put in all the trams and railways that were here as of 1930 and put the whole car problem back in the bottle, because I think destroying the fabric of our urban environments for cars is a failed experiment. And I would, it's very hard to change habits. And it's going to be another 50 years before we have the transit we used to have to actually make us able to get around. And so I think if I could magically fix that, I would.
Amazing. Thank you so much.